Hey y'all, welcome back to Power Grace Purpose. I am your partner in purpose, Elena J. So let's get started. Okay, today we are going to talk about 5 money-making marketing strategies that you guys can implement into your business. As some of you may or may not know, I have a private Facebook group called Women in Business Connecting in and on Purpose. And in that group, I was just asking them what it is that they need from me and how I could help them. And one of the topics that came up was this. They wanted to know more about marketing and different strategies that they could utilize to make more money in their business. So I've honed in on 5 strategies that I think you guys can implement to help you progress. So let's get right into it. The first money-making marketing strategy that I would recommend is to utilize your network. In business, it's important to capitalize on the relationships that we have. That leads to collaborations, it leads to partnerships, and ultimately growth for both parties. If you're just getting started or in the early stages of your business, an easy way to do this is to spread the word to your family and friends. Send them text messages, emails, tag them on Facebook, Instagram. Just get the word out as much as you possibly can, and from there, it's just going to be a word of mouth situation. So they'll tell their friends, who will tell their friends, and so on and so on. Another way to do this is to utilize your DMs. Reach out to businesses who you think you could potentially partner with or eventually collaborate with, and just let them know what you're doing and see how you guys can mutually help each other. The second money-making marketing strategy that I have for you is to plan ahead and be consistent. You can't effectively market anything without a plan. So take the time to really understand what your goals are and what it's going to take to reach those goals. So let's say I'm planning for 2021. I record where I am right now, and then I decide where I want to be by the end of the year. And then from there, I'm going to work backwards to understand what it's going to take from me, the resources that I need to get to my ultimate goal. So I do that by breaking it down into quarterly goals. So for every 3 months, what is it going to take from me to build up to that 12-month goal? And I'm going to take the time to write out what channels am I using? Am I using social media? Am I using email marketing? Am I using word of mouth? Am I using referral programs? Really sit down and understand what it is, where your target audience is and where your customers are, and what it's going to take from you to market to them effectively. Another factor that you need to consider is what stage of business are you in? So really you have 4 common stages of business. You'll see the startup phase, you'll see the growth phase, the mature phase, and then the decline phase. So startup is obvious, right? You're just getting started, so your marketing needs to be heavy. Growth, obviously, you're getting some business, but now your sales are really increasing and you're starting to amp up. So now you can be more strategic with how you market. In the mature phase, it's like you've gone through all the startups and you've gone through that major growth phase, and now you're kind of in a place where sales are still slightly increasing, but maybe they've slowed down. So this is the time where it's like do or die, right? So you either get innovative and start implementing new strategies, utilizing technology, or your sales are going to die. And that's when you eventually lead to decline. My third money-making marketing strategy is to utilize email marketing and text messaging. Now, I absolutely love this strategy because it gives you more control, right? A lot of our marketing these days is done on social platforms like LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. And the thing about using these platforms, though they are amazing We don't want them to be the only tool that we're using, because at any point they could go down. So we want to make sure that we are maximizing the resources that we have at hand, and email marketing would be a major one. It gives you the opportunity to have direct access to your customers, and you can push content to them at any time, and you can do it how you want to. There's no requirements, no restrictions. It's solely based on how you want to communicate to them, and that's extremely important. And then of course, text messaging really gets you into their pockets, like literally, right? This is definitely the cell phone era, and by sending a text message, it's great because they may miss your email. They may be a person that doesn't deal with email, and again, it gives you that direct access to them. It also allows you to control frequency. So if you want to communicate with them once a month, twice a month, every day, it's totally up to you. The fourth money-making strategy I have for you is to show up in the right places. What that means is go where your audience goes, and make sure that you are exerting your efforts in the right place. If I am a company that sells a food product, I am not going to exert my efforts on a fashion blog, right? My company is all about public health. I'm not going to market to a construction company unless there's like a specific initiative that makes sense for me to do that. That's not where my audience is, and that's not where my potential customers are. It's understanding what your customers are looking for and where they're looking for that thing. One way that you can really do this, especially now that we are in this virtual stage of doing business, is to optimize your SEO, which is your search engine optimization. If you are using any type of search platform like YouTube or your website, your blog content, make sure that you are utilizing the keywords and quality images and different things like that to really optimize how you show up on the web. By doing this, again, you can make sure that your content ends up in the right places. It's not just floating out there for anyone to find it. You're specifically putting in keywords. For me, again, my business is all about public health, so that would be one of my keywords, right? So that is going to scoop my content into the health section of the internet, if you will. And by doing that, I am being strategic about getting my content in front of the right people. And my last money-making marketing strategy for you is to utilize ads, original content, and earned media. Now, ads are obvious, right? So we can use those on Google, Facebook, social media, and it allows us to intentionally target certain people that fall within certain categories, right? With using ads, we have to understand the concept of ROI, which is return on investment. So if you are going to invest a certain amount of money into advertising, you need to understand what it is that you're expecting in return for that investment to make sense. And you also have to understand the sales cycle, right? So if I put out an ad today, I can't expect an immediate return tomorrow, right? I have to understand what that window of time looks like so I can set realistic expectations. When using original content, it goes back to what I was saying about SEO, making sure that you utilize your keywords and all the different things. And I'm not an expert on SEO. I know the very basics of it, but if you hire somebody who specializes in it, they can make sure that your content is created in a way to where it has all the necessary elements to get in front of the right people. And then we have earned media, which is media that you get without paying for. So for example, on Instagram, let's say that you post a video and you tag a potential customer and that person shares your post. That's earned media, because now that post is being exposed to their audience without you having to pay anything. What else? Blog content. So if your blog post gets shared, or if you do a guest blog post on somebody else's platform and that gets shared, that is all earned media. So it's exposure without you having to pay for it. So I would be intentional about finding platforms that you can share content on to get that organic exposure. So those are my 5 money-making strategies. Just really quick, I will review them one more time. The first one is to utilize your network. The second one is to plan ahead and be consistent. The third one is email marketing and text messaging. The fourth is to show up in the right places. And 5 is to utilize ads, original content, and earned media. So now I know you guys see that I have like a different setup today, and it's because I wanted to show you guys our new shirts. This is just a sample. There are some things that I want to change about it, but I wanted to show it to you guys, get your opinion on it, and if you're interested in eventually getting one of these, the link is in my bio, and you'll be the first to be notified once they're available for sale. But I love this shirt. It has my favorite saying on it: power within, grace abounding, purpose resounding, right? And then it also has the logo on the back. I'll show you. Hope you can see. So there are some tweaks that I'm going to make, but I wanted to let you guys know that our apparel is coming, honey, and I'm so excited. So that's that. If this resonated with you, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, and also click that bell so you can be the first to be notified when I post new videos. I love you guys, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.